Assalamualaikum everyone. Today, me and my friend going to make some podcast with the time there is Gen Z versus Millennial. Okay, let's check it out.
Okay, so what you guys already know, today me and my friend are going to make a podcast that's about Gen Z versus millennials. Assalamualaikum Nabil.
Waalaikumsalam Faris.
Okay, how are you?
Great. And how about you?
Yes, I'm good. Do you know what we will do?
Of course, we want to make a podcast, right?
Right. If you already know, let's go to the topic.
Let's go.
Okay. So start will at start will with all the topics on this podcast. I want to ask what Gen Z and millennials mean.
Okay. I think there is a little bit long for the explaining. First, I will explain what Gen Z is. So, Generation Z or Gen Z is referred to as the generation born after Generation Y. The group of people who are included in these generations are those born in 1995 to 2010. So if you were born in that time span, you are also included in the Generation Z.
Does that mean we belong to Generation Z?
Of course,
I heard from others that Generation Z has other things.
yes, wait, I think what is oh, I see. There is generations or internet generations, or we can say that net generation.
Does that mean that in Generation Z, gadgets and others already exist, right?
Right, of course. Even gadget has been his great since childhood. Then automatically the introduction of technology and the virtual world is so influential on the development on their life and personalities.
If that's the case, it's normal to destroy the nation, right?
Not really. How come there are many characteristics that we can get from this Gen Z? For example, like technology advance, like communicate, more tolerant, more of ambition, and more independent.
How come you can be more independent?
Oh, how's the characteristic of the current generation of Z when compared to the previous generation is that more independent. Thus, of you who are part of this generation might often make the decisions independently without involving the roles and consideration of others. Not only that, but you also of course prefer to learn and develop on your own.
Oh, I see. And what are you think about the Gen Z? It's good or not?
Gen Z, I think is great because it has many advantages. Fast and fast and efficient work generation that relies on technological advance and sophistication at work, so they can work quickly and efficient.
Oh yes. If you may know, what are the advance and sophistication of technology?
To our meaning, what that I know because of the Gen Z example like gadgets, internet, and laptop that we often use.
There are no shortcomings from Gen Z.
Gen Z also flaws gadget addiction can be low. The average generation that has a high addiction to gadgets.
Can Gen Z advance technology in Indonesia?
Generally can, because Indonesia has education for technology. So surely Indonesia can also advance technology. For example, we are studying in Edinburgh School, there is study of the technology for a brighter future. In this Indonesia young generation is ready to be part of the journey's company digital technology transformation journey in the future. 94% want to work using state-of-the-art technology. In the Southeast Asia, maybe I know there is have 90%, and the global is 80%. 99% have used technology as part of their formal education. Are you understand?
Understand? Yes, but may I know which country is currently the most developed country?
This main part I prefer to choose Tiongkok
Why you choose Tiongkok?
because more than 10% of the population are entrepreneurs. And do you know, is Indonesia a developed country?
Yes, Indonesia has market share of 0.5% or more of total world trade. Another reason is that Indonesia is a member of the G20. USTR said that membership in the G20 shows that its member countries are in the group of development countries.
Is Indonesia a developed country because of the Gen Z?
Oh, Generation Z, which I think is now the majority of the Indonesian population. It is very important that Gen Z has a very positive mindset.
Oh, right. Because that we must proud because we belong to the Gen Z. Is this now to explain that what Gen Z is?
Yes, that's enough.
Okay, means now I can explain what are millennials.
Of course, I'm curious.
Okay, I will explain you. The first millennial generation or Generation Y is also known as Generation Me or Echo World. There is literally no specific demographic in determining this generational group. However, experts classify them based on the initial and final years. Generation Y classification is formed for those born in 1980 to 1990 or in early 2000s and so on.
Oh, I see. Does this mean that the millennials are aged 26 to 41 in 2022?
Yes,
By the way, what are the characteristics of this millennial generation?
millennial characteristic. Maybe. Oh, I see. Millennial characteristic vary by regions and socio-economic conditions. However, this generation is generally characteristic by increased use of and familiarity with communication, media, and digital technologies. In most parts of the world, their influence has been marked by increasing political and economic liberalism. Although their influence is disputed.
Oh, so what makes the millennial generation different from the others?
What makes the millennials different from others? There are many. I will tell you there's more I know. Okay, such as always the millennial generation always connected to social media can be away from gadgets and a generation that is open to accepting change and order.
Does that mean that you think Generation Y or Generation Z is better?
My opinion is if you have to choose, there is a little bit confused because there is a bit difficult because both are good according to the person. But for learning, I think I prefer Generation Y
Why?
because in the millennial generation or Generation Y, technology is wiser to use for study, such as searching for knowledge on the internet or important information on the internet. So, in the Generation Y, the internet is wiser to use for learning. That's why I choose millennial generations or Generation Y for the field of science.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, no, you know what Gen Z and millennials, what millennials are, right?
Yes. Thank you for explaining that.
Friends hold their knowledge.
Of course.
So because the podcast is stuck,
Alright. Yes, guys, maybe this are our podcast about Gen Z versus Millennials. Thank you for attention and sorry about our mistake. That's all for you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.